We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste.
Now? You want to bring this up right now?
I'm just saying.
Oh, boys and girls, another Xbox showcase and another attempt at trying to kind of defend them, but I don't even know if I want to. Doom looks dope. We got some new Ninja Gaiden. We got a remake of Ninja Gaiden, South of Midnight, and some weird French jrpg. Let's get into it. This is the game thoughts, humble opinions, trolls, strategy. We're gonna talk all about these one at a time in order, and then I'm gonna talk about the showcase as a whole and what I thought about it. So, as far as Ninja Gaiden goes, I played them a little bit here and there back in the day. I didn't ever finish any of them. They were great games, and I think it is a pretty cool addition to the library. And this new one is the first one in 10 years, apparently, so that's pretty cool for the fans of that. Don't necessarily think it's a game I would bring to the Xbox fan base or anything that necessarily is going to move numbers on Xbox. But Xbox and Microsoft have been on a push to diversify. Hate the word, but they're trying to get new audience in new countries. So that makes sense. Definitely looks interesting. You know, I love action in games, and I love the, a little bit of a challenge and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably be checking it out, especially since it will be on Game Pass when it does drop. And that is the case for every single one of these games. So let that be a caveat for you no matter what. But really, though, I don't know if this is going to move the needle. I know that there are a lot of fans of the series, but wouldn't most of them be on the PlayStation console anyway? That being said, Xbox is all but going third party. All of their games, or almost all of their games, are going to be wherever you want to play them. The box doesn't matter anymore. Console wars are over. They lost kind of, but at the same time, they have most of the franchises that have been some of the biggest in their pocket now. They can use whenever. So where the hell are they? We want State of Decay 3. We want to know when Gears comes out. I don't understand what this is, why this is a big showcase. This is coming out in the fall, by the way. But anyway, let's move on to the remaster. Now this is dropping, actually, it'll be out on the 23rd. That's the day that the showcase happened. I don't know when you guys will be watching this, but it'll already be out. I'm always down for a remake or a remaster of a game, especially if it's going to be straight on Game Pass. Not a whole lot to say about it. Does look crispy. Like I said, played a little bit of the originals. Understand the franchise is a big thing. I think this will bring a hell of a lot of new players, especially considering the last one was dropped 10 years ago from what they're saying. So, can't really knock anything to it or about it. But for this to be the surprise game, Xbox, you can just absolutely do better than that. And once again, is this really going to move the needle? Don't want to waste y'all's time though, so let's just keep on moving past this. It's enough of the Ninja Gaiden talk. Now, I don't necessarily want to hate on South of Midnight. It is absolutely a game that is, from the forefront, been shown to absolutely not be for me. With the developer direct and who they shown and the characters and all that and the people that they show on the screen, if you actually watch the showcase. Clearly, this is for them. This is for the other side of the audience. They do not care if us white dudes play it. I don't want to make it about that, but that's just kind of how the game feels. But, all that being said, I respect that it's going to have the music background and the southern vibes and all that kind of stuff. I respect the stop motion. That's all awesome. It definitely is going to be a piece of art. It's an action-adventure game. I don't understand who it's for, though. This is another one where it's just, this is not an Xbox audience game. I guess it goes back into they're trying to expand, or maybe it's because they think there's so many more female gamers than there actually are now because of so many moms buying stuff for their kids and having their credit card information on things. I know there's a lot of y'all out there, and I love y'all female gamers, do not get me wrong. But how many of you are going to play this, really, if you listen to my stuff? And then also, like, just as far as being an Xbox product and a thing that you're going to put at the forefront, when has this ever been a type of game that would ever have been praised on Xbox in any capacity? And when your core audience is telling you the games that we want y'all to work on and focus on, I'm not saying that you didn't have your contract. I understand the industry works on years, not what we want right this second. You have to, you have to go by the book. I understand that. But if nothing else, I feel like this did not need to be shown off again. Like, people you showed it on the main stage before, but now we're just wasting time. It could have just gotten a release date trailer. That would have been enough. You're not going to sell a bajillion copies of this. Game Pass is going to be where most of your copies are sold, or the game is going to get most of its player base. It's just a weird choice. As much as I appreciate the art, it's just like, really? This is a showcase? Like, this is a flagship thing? Whatever. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. I just don't understand. That's probably going to be the gist of it today. Moving on to the last one, then I promise I'm going to end things positive. This Expedition 33, it's a French developer making a JRPG style game. They're going to have an old school overworld where you're walking around, but then as you see, it has the new, almost Final Fantasy looking art style. And you have a play on the Persona stuff as far as your combat system and all that. And then there's going to be real-time aspects as well as the turn-based. Now, that being said, the male protagonist doesn't necessarily look too male, but whatever. The style and everything of the game does look pretty cool. Don't know if I like the way that the robot looks, but I'm interested, to say the least. And once again, don't think that this should be on a showcase for an Xbox party lineup. Now, I think this one will actually move the needle. I think people will be interested in it just because of the art style alone. But at the same time, a lot of people, as soon as they see turn-based, they're going to be like, absolutely, no, get out of here, no chance. That being said, this is the type of game that I do think is perfect for Game Pass. Not that the last one we talked about isn't, but it's more of an experimental type of thing, and I can see the reason why they would be like, hey, like, check this out, this is something different. Whereas the other one is just a DEI infused action adventure game with music in it, which that's fun, but no, we're good. Now, if I eat my words, I eat my words. That's fine. I just don't see that game doing anything. Let me focus on this one, though. I'll say that I'm cautiously optimistic on this one. I won't say that I'm excited, but I can see why they would want to show this one off, because it's hard to... it would be hard to just show a trailer for this one without having the devs talking behind it, and it speak for itself. I can see that. So that one at least makes a little bit more sense. Whereas we've already wasted enough time and given the other one so much of a spotlight. But at this point, I'm rambling. Let's talk about the one good thing in the room. Doom is returning to what it should be. This is going to be a prequel to the 2016 Doom. Absolutely excited for it. But even for this, dude, why do we need another showcase for it? You know we're going to buy Doom. Doom sells a bajillion copies every time. We know it's coming. We all want it. You don't need to show us. And also, why are we making Doom games without multiplayer? Put it in there. I don't care how big the single player shit is. Doom's 2016's multiplayer was dope. We don't have anything that's a brutal, dark, gory multiplayer right now anyway. We still don't have the new Gears. Xbox needs more multiplayer. We are multiplayer and a co-op fan base. That's what we love. That's what we want from you guys. Please give it to us. We just want that. That being said, Doom looks awesome. I can't wait to play this shit. The shield's going to be cool. I kind of wish we didn't have to use it the entire time, but it's based the entire game around it. But the flail and the melee do system looks awesome. It's going to be a whole lot less jumping from what they say. This is an Xbox game. This I'm extremely excited for. This is what we need more of. Now, I'm not saying we only need shooters and first-person games, but Xbox has always been about the multiplayer, about the co-op games, about playing with your friends, and about good shooter experiences, and just stuff for dudes. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Where are the dude games like this? We need more of that, less of all the other stuff. Go play PlayStation. I'm sorry. Anyway, That's been the Game Thoughts, y'all. Thoughts, humble opinions, trolls, strategy. I know, might have ruffled a feather or two, but really, at the end of the day, I just don't understand some of these choices. There's nothing wrong with any of these games. They don't even look like they're going to be trash. It's more so just like, did we need a showcase? And did we need to show all these developers that we can barely understand talking when we could have just gotten a trailer for a lot of this stuff? And it's going to be on Game Pass anyway. So just do it on a reel for most of them. Now, the Ninja Gaiden remake, the way that they did it, I will say presentation-wise, let me back up. The entire thing presentation-wise, it was a great presentation, the full showcase if you want to watch that. But at the same time, it's just, they could have spent so much less money and shown off 5 or 6 more games that we've already seen, because we've already seen most of these. And we've already seen some games that we have no reference for and we don't know that they're not talking to us about, that we just have to deal with rumors that we've all been asking about forever. Asking about forever, I should say. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I really just want State of Decay 3 to hurry up and come out. But I'll be happy regardless. Whole lot more stuff coming soon. We're going to be playing. We're going to try most of these. PlayStation content coming up as well. We got a new Nintendo. We shall see. The big three are definitely different than what they used to be. Some good, some bad. And just some weird choices. But hey, we'll never get everything we want. And if we did, we wouldn't have enough time. I'm just trying to understand some of these choices, especially whenever you're considered third, even though you're moving to your own beat. Xbox is looking at some of the wrong data, it seems like. Alright, what do y'all think? Let me know. Sorry if I hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, it's all about opinions around here anyway. Alright, y'all. Later.